Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me. That time is wrong. That's well out. Oh, never mind. I'll leave it there. Yeah, welcome along. Thank you for joining me. It's Saturday, the 11th of January. Hope you are all well. Hope you're all having a wonderful weekend. And it's, yeah. You remember how I said on Thursday night I was doing some DIY and straightening up my garage? And would I make it for Saturday night? Well, I'm here, but I've got a heat pack on my back because I've managed to twinge my back muscle, which is what happens when I go, yeah, and then should have stopped doing what I was doing, but then carried on because I'm an idiot. But yeah, so I hope you're all well. Thank you for joining this evening. As usual, 50 questions coming up in a little while's time. It says 2 minutes, but it's actually about a minute, but I'll run it out. It's fine. And something for the second break as well. Not for the first break, but for your second break this evening as well. So yeah, hope everyone's good. Yeah, it's been I've recorded all of the 5 episodes of JDQ for next week. So if you have shared your scores, you may find your name is mentioned at some point next week. Because I've gone through went through a lot of them this week and put some of the mentioned some of the funniest things that were that have popped up as well. 1 second. Yeah, so I've gone through that. So they're all recorded for next week, all locked and loaded. I need to get this website done. Got to get it done because the scores are all over the place. So I need to work out a temporary solution and then get a permanent solution. So, but yeah, getting started then in just a moment's time because the countdown's there. I'll have to run it out because it'd be a bit weird if I just went right at the start and it's still ticking over. But yeah, had a very entertaining day, done some DIY, and then the person who looks after my website and the inquiries sent one over, which was mightily amusing. And I must say, if you're going to criticize me for my really poor grammar and spelling and all of those kind of things that go with it, at least make sure that your own request is going to be bulletproof. If you're going to mock me. But on that note, as part of the 3-year anniversary celebrations, and I can't wait for this because it's going to be hilarious, on one of the quizzes as part of that in March, I'm going to have one of the one of the breaks in the quizzes will have my version of Mean Tweet. Oh yes. Yeah, all the things that I have been sent over the years and mocking me and all sorts of that will be coming out. But it's all in good jest, which I am taking it all in a minute. But anyway, let's push that button, hopefully. There we go. Right, welcome along. It is Saturday, the 11th of January. Thank you for joining me tonight. Hope you are all well. Remember, as always, on a Saturday, YouTube live chat is on, but don't put any answers. Go on, off you pop. Don't put any answers, your answers, answers to the quiz. Don't put any of that in the YouTube live chat. We don't want to have to remove people, and generally you are very, very good at it. So yeah, don't put your answers in the comments. Grab yourselves a pen and a piece of paper. 50 questions then for you tonight. Let's do the first 30. Kicking off tonight with art and literature, and starting with this for number one. Who created the character of Pennywise the Clown from the novel It? So, who created the character of Pennywise the Clown from the novel It? Number two, what nationality was the painter Jackson Pollock? So, what nationality was the painter Jackson Pollock? Number three, in the novel by Alexandre Dumas, how are Athos, Porthos, and Aramis collectively known? So, in the novel by Alexandre Dumas, how are Athos, Porthos, and Aramis collectively known? Athos, Porthos, yeah. Number four, who wrote War of the Worlds? So, who wrote War of the Worlds? Number five, who wrote The Wasteland? Did I not need to put more on that? Let's have a quick look. Oh no. Oh, okay. Right. Yeah. Excuse me. It's a poem. Yeah, I think that's what I'm. Who wrote the poem "The Wasteland"? That's what I meant to put in there, but never mind. If you've not got me on mute, you heard that bit. Number 6. Who created the famous 5? Noddy and the Secret 7. So who created the famous 5? Noddy and the Secret 7. 7. Number 7. The characters of George Milton and Lenny Small are central to which John Steinbeck novel? So the characters of George Milton and Lenny Small are central to which John Steinbeck novel? Number 8. Which French museum is home to masterpieces? Start again. Which French museum is home to masterpieces such as Venus de Milo, Sphinx de Tanis, and Portrait de Lisa Gradini? So close. Which French museum is home to masterpieces such as Venus de Milo, Sphinx de Tanis, and Portrait de Lisa Gradini? Number 9, the characters of Tootles, Nibs, Slightly, Curly, and the twins. Nibs, Slightly, and yeah. The characters of Tootles, Nibs, Slightly, Curly, and the twins, collectively known as the Lost Boys, feature in which novel? It's funny you mentioned my Sean Connery. Then Sean Connery comes up quite a bit in next week's JDQ as well. So, yes. Yes. And finally, number 10, that which we call a rose by any other word would smell as sweet is a line from which Shakespeare play? So that which we call a rose by any other word would smell as sweet is a line from which Shakespeare play? Round 2 then, with some science and nature for you this evening, and I think that means that Sir Alan Jackson of Patreon Shire breathes a sigh of relief because he knows there's no food and drink tonight. Kicks off with this, number 1. The bronze alloy is made up of copper and which other main element? So the bronze alloy is made up of copper and which other main element? Number 2, graphite is a naturally occurring crystalline form of which element? So graphite is a naturally occurring crystalline form of which element? So because it's not a food and drink round, you're now going to answer food and drink related answers to all of these science and nature questions. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm all right with that. Number 3, which insect's name translates as little fly? So which insect's name translates as little fly? Fly, little fly, fly. Number 4, what V is a unit of measurement for electrical potential difference? I had to shorten this question down because when I first wrote it, it was effectively 3 pages long, trying to give you enough information. So I've just shortened it right down. But what V is a unit of measurement for electrical potential difference? Number 5, what part of the body is affected by carpal tunnel? So what part of the body is affected by carpal tunnel? Number 6, what is this animal? Not the emoji, the one in the middle of the screen. What is this animal? Number 7, which bird can be Eurasian, great-horned, and long-eared? I'm assuming not all at the same time. But which bird can be Eurasian, great-horned, and long-eared? Question number 8, how many eyes does a bee have? So how many eyes does a bee have? Number 9, how many moons does Venus have? Was it Venus that was visible the other day from... Yeah. How many moons does Venus have? Apparently there's some point this month where all of the planets are going to be in a line. But I don't know how we'd be able to see them from Earth if they're all in a line like Earth and then they're all in... And finally, number 10, a standard insect has how many legs? So a standard insect has how many legs? Which type of bee? The type of bee that correlates to the correct number of eyes I have for the answer. Right, blockbusters then, to wrap up the first part of the quiz. Number 1, what LOTL is a typical autumn train delay? So what LOTL is a typical autumn train delay? Number 2, what CC is an exact replica? So what CC is an exact replica? Number 3, what TDF is an annual cycle race? So what TDF is an annual cycle race? Number 4, what RH is a children's stationary equine? So what RH is a children's stationary equine? Thank you, Irene. I'll have a look at that app. I've got a telescope 2 years ago and I've still not really used it properly. I need to fire it up and have a proper look out of it. Number 5, what AA is a place you'd find 2p machines? So what AA is a place you'd find 2p machines? Number 6, what FM had hits such as Dreams, Tango, and Albatross? So what FM had hits such as Dreams, Tango, and Albatross? Number 7, what DAD makes up Morse code? What DAD makes up Morse code? I'll read that joke in a second when I get to the end of these. Well played, Simon. Number 8, what CG is the name of a bowls playing surface? So what CG is the name of a bowls playing surface? I probably worded that incorrectly, and I'm going to be corrected in just a moment's time. Number 9, what FB is a below 0 degrees physical injury? So what FB is a below 0 degrees physical injury? Mightily surprised none of us round here have ended up with this recently, over this last week. Seriously, does anyone want some snow? Because it is still here and it's not going anywhere. You're more than welcome. Bring a shovel, bring a bag, get rid of it. Number 10, what FP is a writing implement that needs to be filled with ink cartridges? So what FP is a writing implement that needs to be filled with ink cartridges? Okay, that's your first 30 questions then this evening. They are up now on the hub at jvpqquestions.com. Click on recap, quiz recap, 11th of January, and then click on part 1. And the code you need is on screen now. It will be on in the break as well. It's 110137. That's 110137. I have checked and checked and checked. It works. So if for whatever reason it doesn't work on your end, you're either on the wrong quiz or something's not right on your end. But I have checked this, not just from my computer, I've checked it from my phone and Jack's tablet as well, because it's the only tablet I've got in the house. So I've checked on all 3 of those and it works. So if it, like I say, if it doesn't work for you, there is something wrong, unfortunately, on your end. It definitely works. So for the first break, nothing for the first break. That's the new sort of plan for Saturdays. Just going to try and stick with Dingbats and my drawings for the second break for you. So yeah, nothing for your first break, just some lovely, calm, soothing music. Let me just make sure that's on part 1. That's part 1. That's part 2. There we go. So yeah, nice, soothing music for 7 minutes. And when I return, we'll go through the answers. See you after this. Oh, right, so answers coming up in just a short moment's time. Doodle-doo-doo. Sorry, I just got really distracted because I've found a friend of mine just sent me a link and said, have you looked at this? And it's for the Funko models where you can make, like, I mean, I've got my own one up there. Oof. Oof. One that a friend of mine made for me back in the day. But yeah, apparently the official site's got make your own ones now. But anyway, oof, eesh, oof, eesh. I think I got highly distracted. I was just looking at the website in the break then. What I could do with them. Right. Hang on. Are you ahead of time? No? Yeah. I don't know if someone is asking in the YouTube, like my moderators just sent me a message saying, are you ahead of time? No, still. No, I'm pretty much bang on. Pretty much bang on where I need to be. Yeah. Maybe time's going far too quickly. Maybe you're enjoying yourself that much. It's flying by, whoever it was in the YouTube live chat who said that they thought I was going a bit quick tonight. But no, here we go. Right, let's give you the answers. I'm bang on time. Yeah, bang on time. Right, here we go. Your first 30 answers then for this evening. Round 1 was art and literature. Let's start with this. So, who created the character of Pennywise the Clown from the novel It? It was Stephen King. Number 2, what nationality was the painter Jackson Pollock? American. Number 3, in the novel by Alexandre Dumas, how are Athos, Porthos, and Aramis collectively known? The Three Musketeers. Huzzah. Number 4, who wrote War of the Worlds? H.G. Wells. Number 5, who wrote The Wasteland? The poem The Wasteland, it was T.S. Eliot. Number 6, who created the famous 5, Noddy and the Secret 7? Enid Blyton. Number 7, the characters of George Milton and Lenny Small are central to which John Steinbeck novel? It is Of Mice and Men. Number 8, which French museum is home to masterpieces such as Venus de Milo, Sphinx de Tanis, and Portrait de Lisa Gherardini? If you know, you know. But the Portrait de Lisa Gherardini is more commonly known as the Mona Lisa. So they're all in the Louvre. Number 9, the characters of Tootles, Nibs, Slightly, Curly, and the twins, collectively known as the Lost Boys, feature in Peter Pan. And number 10, that which we call a rose by any other word would smell as sweet, is a line from Romeo and Juliet. Round 2, Science and Nature. Number 1, the bronze alloy is made up of copper and tin. Number 2, graphite is a naturally occurring crystalline form of carbon. And number 3, which insect's name translates as little fly? It is mosquito. And number 4, what V is a unit of measurement for electrical potential difference? It is volt. I did just have a look in the break to see if I could find the long version of this question to share with you, but no, I couldn't find it. Number 5, which part of the body is affected by carpal tunnel? It is wrist. Just try to find there it is. Number 6, what is this animal? That is an aardvark. I was about to make the dime bar joke, but that's armadillo, not an aardvark. So I'm going to move on. Number 7, which bird can be Eurasian, great-horned, and long-eared? It is owls. To wit, to woo. Number 8, how many eyes does a bee have? 5. Or if you are Simon, he said bees don't have any eyes. They have a B and 2 E's, which is a very good point in their name. Yes, good point, well made. But yeah, 5 eyes a bee has. And number 9, how many moons does Venus have? None. 0. Zilch. Nada. No. Yeah, Venus doesn't have any moons. And number 10, a standard insect has how many legs? 6. I really should scroll back to the bottom there. Blockbusters number 1. What LOTL is a typical autumn train delay? Leaves on the line. And number 2. What CC is an exact replica? It is carbon copy. Number 3. What TDF is an annual cycle race? It's the Tour de France. And number 4. What RH is a children's stationary equine? It is rocking horse. And number 5, what AA is a place you'd find 2p machines? It is an amusement arcade. And number 6, what FM had hits such as Dreams, Tango, and Albatross? It is Fleetwood Mac. Number 7, what DAD makes up Morse code? It is dots and dashes. Number 8, what CG is the name of a bowls playing surface, although it's a version of bowls in its own right. But Crown Green, I think most of you knew where I was going with that. Number 9, what FB is a below 0 degrees physical injury? It is frostbite. And finally, number 10, what FP is a writing implement that needs to be filled with ink cartridges? It is a fountain pen. There we go. Right. How are you getting on so far? 30 points available to you. So share your scores. Still to come, connections round and Jebral knowledge. I'll let you get all your answers scribbled down, etc. For that. Yeah, JDQ next. Another week of quizzing, daily quizzing for you, Monday to Friday. So like I said, including some of the scores from the previous week and some of the witty comments and stuff that have come through. A couple of little tweaks from Tuesday's episode. I'm just trying, when I ask the questions, and it is very subtle, just a little bit of music just to take out the dead air bits. So it's not off-putting or distracting, but I did say on there that I just want your feedback around that. So keep an eye out for that. I will put a post up on Monday, and yeah, I'll put a post up on Monday. That way you can share all scores in there until the website's running up and live. I'm just banging my head against a, what do they call it? Tutorial spiral, basically. But I'll get there. Right, scores are coming through. I said to the Patreons this week that I a quiz coming up for February. I have written probably the second best quiz I have ever written, behind We Didn't Start the Fire. So yeah, if you were here for that, you'll remember We Didn't Start the Fire quiz. But yeah, I've written one for February, which is just, it's up there with it. But that's coming February. For now, let's concentrate on tonight. Round 4 then is your connections round. As always, 9 questions. Question number 10, what links them all together? That's if I make it to February. But here we go. Starting with this, number 1. What is another term for 12 a.m.? So what is another term for 12 a.m.? Number 2, which film won the 2016 Best Picture Oscar after La La Land was incorrectly announced as the winner? So which film won the 2016 Best Picture Oscar after La La Land was incorrectly announced as the winner? Number 3, which horror franchise starred Neve Campbell and Courtney Cox? So which horror franchise starred Neve Campbell and Courtney Cox? Sorry, I was just taking some tablets, and I don't take tablets very well. It's not something you all wanted to see. Number 4, what F describes the act of holding at a level in a fixed state? So what F describes the act of holding at a level in a fixed state? Number 5, what describes something that is partly or wholly incapable of movement? So what describes something that is partly or wholly incapable of movement? Number 6, a person with a warm heart is said to have what other body part? So a person with a warm heart is said to have what other body part? Number 7, what I is the action of forming new ideas in a dreamlike scape? So what I is the action of forming new ideas in a dreamlike scape? Should that not be state? Yeah, probably should be dreamlike state, but never mind. Number 8, complete the name of the 1954 3D horror movie. What from the Black Lagoon? So complete the name of the 1954 3D horror movie. What from the Black Lagoon? Number 9, after failing at the first attempt, people are often given a what? After failing at the first attempt, people are often given a what? Haley, you could not be further away with your guess, just so you know. And so, as always, question 10, what links the 9 answers together? Hello, little child.
Hello, is there any mobs in here?
Come here quickly, dude.
I have my torch in my offhand. I have a diamond sword.
Yeah, Jack likes Minecraft. He's had a diamond sword for ages, and then I 3D printed him a it's a torch thing from Minecraft.
Yep.
Alright, cool. Off you go, dude.
And also, is it possible to make a redstone torch?
I'll try.
Very possible.
Shut the door, dude.
Hey, but
Right, come on, I need to go.
Like trap chest.
I'll have a look. I'll have a look at what I can do. Bye. Right, last round then. General knowledge. As always, 10 random questions for you. Starting with this number 1. What type of wire has sharp points arranged at intervals, mainly as a security feature? Number 2, in which musical would you find the numbers 16 going on 17? I Have Confidence and Do Re Mi. So in which musical would you find the numbers 16 going on 17? I Have Confidence and Do Re Mi. I'll be honest, Patreon Discord server is very, very quiet on the connection. Number 3, what is the name of the high leg kicking dance style, usually with people in a line? So what is the name of the high leg kicking dance style, usually with people in a line? Your emoji very much looks like something out of a Disney film, by the way, Haley. You know. Number 4. Well, wait. Let's just do that. Don't know whether that's going to cover it. No, it's still going to cover it. I'll take the emoji off. What is the name of this fictional character? So what is the name of this fictional character? Number 5, name the country from the flag. Emoji J can go back up now. There you go. Name the country from the flag for number 5. I think is that the last of the pictures? Oh no, there's one more. I'll stay off for a bit. Number 6, who had hits with Born in the USA, Streets of Philadelphia, and The River? So who had hits with Born in the USA, Streets of Philadelphia, and The River? Number 7, what can be 26.2 miles or a former chocolate bar name? So what can be 26.2 miles or a former chocolate bar name? Number 8, who is this? So who is this for number 8? Train. Number 9, what was the name of the children's TV show that gave Ant and Dec their start in entertainment? So what was the name of the children's TV show that gave Ant and Dec their start in entertainment? And your final question tonight, number 10. Which part of the body would you wear a fedora? So on which part of the body would you wear a fedora? Okay, there you go. That is all of your questions then for this evening. They are back up on the hub now, those final 20. So head on over there now if you want a recap on those last 20 questions, or if you want to have a look in more detail at those pictures, jvpqquestions.com. Click on the 11th of January, part 2, and the code you need is on screen now, 110266. I know it appears in the YouTube live chat, 'cause it won't be on screen during the second break. Because it is time for your Dingbats. And I want to say a special thank you to Alan at quizmaster.biz. These have come, they're from Alan's site. So if you're ever in need of any sort of quiz resources, I only sort of use the Dingbats that Alan has allowed me to use over the days and stuff, over the quizzes. So these, as always, 9 Dingbats. Say what you see. Just trying to get everything set up. That needs to go on. That needs to go on. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. So yeah, as always, say what you see. And I've put Alan's website address at the top as well. So if you're ever in need of anything quizzing related, that is your best place to head over to if you need some stuff. Right. I'll see you after this. Okay, answers. I'll reveal the answers to these then in just a moment's time. Just while you last 30 seconds putting these down. What was I going to say? Yeah, so back next week, Thursday and Saturday. Saturdays is pre-recorded. I'll tell you why when I've done the answers to the Dingbats. And JDQ available as always from 6 a.m. Monday to Friday next week. So lots of quizzing as usual to get stuck into. Yeah, I'll tell you why next Saturday's quiz is pre-recorded in just a moment, but let's give the answers to these then in 3, 2, 1. Doom. So number 1 then is Kiss Chase. Number 2, The Last Straw. Number 3, Bermuda Triangle. Number 4 is Fish Fingers. Number 5, What Goes Up Must Come Down. Number 6, Jellied Eels. I like that. I thought that was clever. Hats off to you, Alan, for that one. Number 7, Card Shark. Number 8, Wheelie Bin. And number 9, Flip Flop. Okay, right. Answers then to the final 20 questions coming up in just a moment's time. So yeah, on Saturday, next Saturday, will be pre-recorded for the first time in 2025. The reason being, I am, and if you're in the area, you are more than welcome to come down. I am in Bridgend in South Wales, so I'm ordering. Sorry, I've just read something at the same time. I'm opening then Emmaus's. It's my first role as ambassador for Emmaus. So I'm going to be helping open their new Bridgend Superstore. Okay, so I'm going to be down there from, I think it's 10 o'clock in the morning. We're starting everything. Not just me. I'm going, and Sarah and Jack are also coming with as well. So it's very much a family affair next Saturday, the three of us going down. So yeah, so I'm opening the Bridgend Superstore. So I'm going to be doing sort of, talking to people who are there, having a look around at what's going on, and loads of time to catch up with people. So if you are in the sort of Bridgend or South Wales area next Saturday and you want to pop over, I'll be there from 10. I don't know what time I'm going. I know I'm there at 10, and then I'm opening the store and then having a wander around, and then I'm going to their community site where the homeless people are housed. So I'm going to go and chat to them and have a look around there, and then I'm coming back because Jack's got some bits. Bless him. Jack's got some bits he wants to donate as well. Which is very, very sweet. He wants to help out. He wants to donate some of his old toys so that some other people can benefit from him, which I think is very, very cute. So yeah, so if you're in the Southwest, I'll put something up on social this week about it. But if you are in the area, you are more than welcome. Pop over and come and say hello. Right, on that point, let's go to put that one to there. I'm on the wrong thing. That one there. Okay, right. So, round 4 then was your connections round. As always, 9 questions. I don't think I've got a tiebreaker for you tonight. I'll have a look when we get there. Right, 9 questions. Question number 10, what links the answers together? Looks like this has tripped a few people up, which I kind of expected to be honest. Question number 1, what is another term for 12 a.m.? It is midnight. Number 2, which film won the 2016 Best Picture Oscar after La La Land was incorrectly announced as the winner? It was Moonlight. Number 3, which horror franchise starred Neve Campbell and Courtney Cox? It was Scream. Number 4, what F describes the act of holding at a level in a fixed state? It is freeze. Number 5, what describes something that is partly or wholly incapable of movement? It is paralyzed. Number 6, a person with a warm heart is said to have what other body part? It is cold hand. Number 7, what I is the action of forming new ideas in a dream-like state? It is imagination. Number 8, complete the name of the 1954 3D horror movie. It's Creatures from the Black Lagoon. Number 9, after failing at the first attempt, people are often given second chance. Handsome, what links them? And well done if you did get this. This was tricky, I will be honest. It's kind of, yeah, it is a lot trickier than I thought when I first did it. But they are all from the song Thriller. It's close to midnight. So yeah, well done if you got that. I think it was a bit trickier, so well done if you got it. Commiserations if you didn't. But it doesn't matter. General knowledge, your final 10 then this evening. Let's see how you did with these. Number 1, what type of wire has sharp points arranged at intervals, mainly as a security feature? It is barbed wire. Number 2, in which musical would you find the numbers 16 going on 17? I Have Confidence and Do Re Mi. It is The Sound of Music. Number 3, what is the name of the high leg kicking dance style, usually with people in a line? It is can-can. Number 4, what is the name of this fictional character? That is Harlequin. Number 5, name the country. That is the Philippines. Okay. Sorry, bear with me one second. I'm just... Oh. Yeah, I've not got a tiebreaker in there, and it's not allowing me to get in there to put one in. I don't think. I'll keep trying. Number... Come on. Yeah, well, there we go. Number 6, who had hits with Born in the USA, Streets of Philadelphia, and The River? It was Bruce Springsteen. Oh, no, I did. Haha, I did. I take it back. Oh, hang on. I shouldn't have closed that down. I take it back. I actually did do one. I've just shut my PowerPoint down by mistake. Me getting all giddy. All right. Mind your eyes. There we go. What can be 26.2 miles or a form of chocolate bar name? It is Snickers. It's not Snickers, it's Marathon. Marathon. Yeah, I put the wrong one in because I was thinking of the chocolate. Yeah. Number 8, who is this? That is Martina Navratilova. Number 9, what was the name of the children's TV show that gave Ant and Dec their start in entertainment? It was Biker Grove. And finally, number 10, what part of the body would you wear a fedora? It is the head. I'm completely doubting myself that I hadn't actually prepared myself. I have got a tiebreaker for you for tonight, and I thought for some reason I hadn't written one, but I had. So yeah, tot your scores up. How did you get on tonight? 50 points as usual available for you for the main part of the quiz. If you've ended up on the same score as somebody else, or you just want to play this for fun, it is this. How, in the song Thriller by Michael Jackson, how many times is the word thriller mentioned? So in the song Thriller by Michael Jackson, how many times is the word thriller mentioned? Remember, as always, nearest to it gets the point. So whoever gets nearest to it gets the point. Don't forget to share your scores as well on socials, Instagram and Facebook. Shout out, a score post is up now, so don't forget to share your scores on there. So nearest to... I'm trying to get my cursor. There we go. So nearest to this then gets the point in 3, 2, 1... 31. Yeah, 31 times the word thriller is mentioned in the song Thriller. Okay, there we go. That is it. That is all of your questions then for this evening. So, like I said, do share your scores over on my social media platforms on Instagram and Facebook. Share your scores. Let me know how you got on this evening. So, yeah, I'm back on Thursday night with another long form 50 question quiz. Saturday nights will be pre-recorded, but exactly the same as what you've had tonight. I do it all in one. If you've never seen the pre-recorded quiz that I do, basically I sit here, I push record, and however it ends up is how it's if it was live, basically. So if I make a mistake, it stays in. So yeah, so that's Thursday and Saturday next week. JDQ Monday to Friday, and just for Irene, there will be more sort of musical, lyricy kind of things to get songs stuck in your head as well. So I'm quite pleased I did that with managed to do that with a few of you last week. So yeah, JDQ Monday to Friday, the podcast on all of your podcast platforms and YouTube as well. That is it then from me for this Saturday night. Thank you very much for joining me as always. Thank you very much for playing along. I shall return then next week, but in the meantime, have a great week, whatever it is you're up to. Make sure you stay nice and warm and toasty the best you can as well, and I'll see you all soon. As always, for me, take care and stay safe.